Years of loyalty couldn't compete with that one moment of infatuation, the moment he learned he had a terminal illness. The man wasn't worried about himself. He was worried about the person who appeared when he was young, the one who left a mark on his heart. He was worried about the person who treated him like a backup, who treated him badly. Leaving the hospital, Shalin went home in a daze. He knew even when he got home, he wouldn't get comfort or a hug from the one he loved, but he still slowly took out his keys and returned to the home he shared with Song Ye. As soon as he opened them, a wave of choking smoke hit him. Xia Lin focused his eyes and saw Song Yan sitting silently on the living room sofa, head down, holding half a cigarette, his whole body shrouded in swirling smoke. Lin snapped back to reality. His expression immediately brightened. He asked with concern if the man's business trip went smoothly. Song Yan stood up. He grabbed Xia Lin's wrist, his face dark, even carrying suppressed anger. I saw Yu Luotang today. Xia Lin's breathing stopped. His heartbeat skipped 2 beats. Then he heard his own hollow voice ask her. Luotang came back to the country. The mockery on Song Yan's face deepened, even showing deep hatred. So you knew all along he went abroad. Why did you lie and tell me Luotang was dead? You just couldn't wait for him to die. Shelin wanted to explain, but before he could speak, Song Yan's palm struck hard across his face. Xia Lin held back the burning pain on his cheek. He took a low breath. He hoped Song Yan would let him finish. But Song Yan didn't believe him and didn't want to listen. He thought Xia Lin's pitiful act was disgusting. Before leaving, Song Yan told Xia Lin to move out of his house within a day. He wanted Xia Lin to disappear from his world. After Song Yan left, Xia Lin stood there in a daze for a long time, tears of despair gradually welling up. He somewhat resented Yu Luotang for going back on his word, but he hated himself more for being helpless now. He slumped down in the corner, staring at the crumpled diagnosis in his hand. Sitting there until dusk fell. When his emotions gradually calmed down, Xia Lin let out a heavy sigh. Actually, whether Yu Luotang came back or not, he and Song Yan in his lifetime were destined never to grow old together. If that's the case, might as well leave with some dignity. Thinking this, Xia Lin crumpled the diagnosis into a ball and threw it in the trash. Then, he cleaned the room spotless and labeled all the food in the food, sorting them by category. After finishing, he packed his suitcase, took off his house key, and left it on the chute. One last look at this place that held several years of memories. Then he pushed open the door and walked out. He would do as Song Yan wished and completely disappear from his world. Song Yan came home the next afternoon. He said he'd give Xia Lin 1 day to pack and get lost. Unlike when he left, the house was now spotless, not a speck of dirt. Song Yan's first thought was, Xia Lin hasn't left yet. Even now, he still wants to stay here, shamelessly. He rushed into the bedroom to catch him, but he didn't see Xia Lin. He checked the other rooms. Still nothing. Only then did he realize Xia Lin had really left. Before this year, he'd been carrying anger inside, almost losing control from rage. Because of Xia Lin's deception, he couldn't find Yu Luotang in time, so he naturally vented all his anger on Xia Lin. In this matter, he couldn't forgive Xia Lin because Yu Luotang was his bottom line. No one could deceive and play him like this, not even Xia Lin. After silently finishing a cigarette, he went to get water from the fridge. But to his surprise, almost everything in the freezer had a label on it. The labels showed expiration dates and usage notes. He thought Xia Lin was trying to save their relationship with this gesture. So he tore off all the labels and threw them all in the trash to be with the one he loved. He even fell out with his family. Years later, when he was diagnosed with a terminal illness, this man who'd stayed by his side for years, because his first love appeared, not only hit him, but kicked him out. Meeting his first love again, Song Yan was overjoyed. When he arrived at the meeting place, he saw his first love already had someone he loved. To Yu Luotang's left sat a tall, thin man around the same age. They were sitting very close. The man was holding Yu Luotang's hand, playing with it absent-mindedly. This wasn't something ordinary friends would do. Yu Luotang cheerfully called Song Yan over to sit beside them. Then he introduced the 2 men. The moment his guess was confirmed, Song Yan's heart gradually grew cold. During the conversation, Song Yan brought up Xia Lin deceiving him. Yu Luotang was stunned, not quite understanding. Song Yan was silent for a moment, then said, Xia Lin lied and told me you died abroad, that they couldn't even recover your body. It made me suffer, almost unable to go on. I just can't forgive him. Yu Luotang stared at Song Yan in shock. Zan Lan murmured, Xia Lin didn't tell you. Song Yan froze. Yu Luotang pursed his lips, hesitating. Actually, I asked him to help me with that lie. Song Yan shot to his feet, staring at him. What did you say? Yu Luotang was startled. Song Yan realized he'd lost control and slowly sat back down. He held his forehead and asked Yu Luotang what happened. Yu Luotang slowly explained. I was touched but scared. But you're the Song family's only heir. How could your family just let you be? So later, while you were studying abroad in England, your grandfather came to me. He made me realize we couldn't be together. I agreed to his fake death plan. Went to America. So you give up completely. Song Yan hung his head, falling silent. He remembered yesterday, when he slapped Xiaolin without asking. His heart clenched. What was Xiaolin's expression then? He couldn't quite remember. He only vaguely recalled Xiaolin trying to explain, but he had no patience to listen. Thinking about it, he felt more and more agitated. His resentment towards Xia instantly turned to overwhelming guilt. He hurriedly said goodbye to Yu Luoteng and rushed out of the bar. In the past, when they argued, Xiaolin was always the first to give in, but this time, waiting for Xiaolin might be difficult. Song Yan worked up the courage to call Xiaolin after 2 rings. He only heard a cold automated message. Song Yan searched many places, but still couldn't find Xiaolin. 2 days later, while he was feeling down, his phone rang. The caller ID showed Lin's brother, Xia Liang. Xia Liang got straight to the point, asking Song Yan if something happened with Xiaolin. Song Yan was about to explain, but Xia Liang cut him off. Xiaolin saw a lawyer today. Transferred everything to my name. You know what that means. Hearing this, Song Yan was shocked. Those shares were Xiaolin's last lifeline in the Xia family. Now that he'd given all his shares to Xia Liang, he'd completely cut off his own escape route. Song Yan hesitated. He told Xia Liang everything. The whole story. Finally, Xia Liang angrily hung up. While Song Yan was full of regret, he suddenly remembered the notes that Xiaolin left in the fridge. With guilt towards Xiaolin, he walked to the trash like he was possessed and picked up those notes one by one. When he picked up the last note, Song Yan noticed at the bottom of the trash was a crumpled paper ball. The paper looked like some official document. He picked up the paper ball curiously and opened it. He found it was a medical diagnosis about Xiaolin. The boy's passion finally wore out. When his life was about to end, his loved one's confession made him realize again he was just a substitute. Xiaolin was still found by the Xia family. In the following days, Xiaolin had trouble even eating. Xia Liang saw his brother suffering like this and wanted to convince him to try treatment abroad. He'd do whatever it took to help cure him. But Xiaolin didn't want to struggle anymore. He just wanted to spend his remaining days in peace. He didn't want to die on a cold operating table. Xia Liang was about to say, but Zhou Shuo came in and interrupted. He reported to Xia Liang that young Master Song was here. Xia Liang asked Xiaolin if he'd see him, but Xiaolin shook his head. Zhou Shuo saw Xiaolin's firm attitude and spoke up again. Song Yan says if second young master won't see him, he'll wait outside until second young master changes his mind. Xiaolin smiled bitterly. What got into Song Yan? Using all those shameless tactics. He used to chase Yu Luoteng. Xia Liang surprisingly played peacemaker. He told Xiaolin to just see him. Xiaolin said nothing more. Xia Liang stood up and gave Zhou Shu a look. The two walked out one after the other. Song Yan stood in the downstairs hall, looking completely worn out. Xia Liang came downstairs. He told Song Yan to go up. Song Yan's heart leaped. He was about to step forward, but Xia Liang grabbed him. His voice was cold. Xiaolin has almost nowhere to live. I'm letting you see him, hoping you can spark his survival instinct. So you better not disappoint. Song Yan nodded and rushed upstairs. Xiaolin's vision was failing fast. When Song Yan pushed open the door, he only vaguely saw a black silhouette. But Xiaolin knew that was Song Yan, a figure he knew all too well. Song Yan sat by the bed and held Xiaolin's hand, but feeling the touch, Xiaolin instinctively pulled back. Song Yan wasn't used to the Xiaolin. He didn't know what to say. After thinking for a while, he spoke. He first urged Xiaolin to cooperate with treatment, then solemnly promised. 病王起而败场, I'll take you to the Netherlands, or France, either one. We'll get married there. Be together for life. Okay? Hearing the word marriage, Ling's gaze finally focused a bit, seeing Xiaolin finally react. Song Yan's expression grew urgent. I heard the Netherlands allows adoption too. Ew. Do you want a boy or girl? We can have two. One can have your last name. Xiaolin's gaze gradually turned cold. He weakly called Song Yan's name. Hearing Xiaolin call him, Song Yan leaned closer. Xiaolin spoke in a weak voice. 10 years ago when you confessed to Yu Luoteng, you said the exact same things. Song Yan's body went rigid. Xiaolin's tone dripped with mockery. Maybe it's been too long. You've probably forgotten. But I was there with you, backing you up. I remember everything crystal clear. Song Yan, in your heart, I'm just a stand-in for Yu Luoteng, right? Song Yan didn't know how to answer. He wanted to argue back, but so many things, he'd never thought them through himself. He realized that no excuse he came up with could ever win back Xiaolin's trust. Xiaolin turned his face away. He calmly told him to leave. From now on, you and I are nothing to each other. Don't feel sorry for me. I've let go. I'm free now. This meeting between Song Yan and Xiaolin ended with Song Yan's failed attempt to persuade him. On the third evening after returning to the Xia family home, Xiaolin fell into a deep sleep. He never woke up. From the time Xiaolin slipped into a coma, it was only 8 short hours. Those 8 hours, for Song Yan, felt like 8 years. He stayed at Xiaolin's bedside, holding Xiaolin's thin hands, reliving all their memories from childhood to now. So many details he buried deep in his memory. suddenly came flooding back one by one. He and that Xiaolin back when they were both innocent. Xiaolin had already confessed his feelings in his own subtle long before he met you. Luo Tang. His life had been filled entirely with Xiaolin. So many important memories. Because he was careless and didn't pay attention, had all turned to nothing. Even after Xiaolin stopped breathing completely, Song Yan still gripped his hand. No matter how hard the medical staff, they couldn't pry him away. Finally, Xie Liang stepped in, which is Teng. He punched Song Yan. Xie Liang grabbed Song Yan by the collar, choking back tears. What's the point of holding on to him now? You gonna follow him to the grave. He poured out everything he had. But all he got back was heartbreak. Given a second life, he decided to stay far away from the person who caused him a lifetime of pain. He decided to choose a different path. Song Yan stared blankly as Xie Lin's body disappeared down the long corridor. Xie Lin's words kept echoing in his head. You gonna follow him to the grave. Song Yan's heart, empty and aching these past days, torn apart by torment. Because of that sudden question, finally found solid ground, found its place. On the 7th night after Xie Lin's death, Song Yan shaved off his stubble, put on a brand new suit. He leapt, arms open as if embracing the void. In the instant he fell out, his broken gaze looked straight into the pitch. What's the point of holding on to him now? You gonna follow him to the grave. If there's a next life. Morning. Xie Lin was jolted awake by a familiar ringtone. He squinted, fumbling to press the answer button. On the other end, Song Yan's voice, still cracking from puberty, was loud and full of energy. Just landed. Get to the airport and pick me up. Xie Lin didn't respond. He turned off his phone, went right back to sleep. A few minutes later, Xie Liang kicked Xie Lin's door open. He asked Xie Lin what the hell they were up to. Said Song Yan had blown up his phone with calls. Xie Lin sighed. Hang up. I'll call him back. After Xie Liang closed the door and left. Once the call connected, he heard Song Yan's voice yelling, Xie Lin, you don't reply to texts or emails, now you're not even picking up. You trying to cut me off? Yeah. Song Yan went silent for 3 seconds. On the other end, he asked Xie Lin, amazed, if he'd been possessed or something. How could one trip to Australia turn Xie Lin into a completely different person? Xie Lin didn't say anything. He thought about it. He was kinda like someone possessed. Except he possessed himself. A week ago, Xie Lin realized he'd come back from the dead, reborn 10 years in the past. He and Song Yan weren't adults yet. The year before college entrance exams, everything could start over. His heart completely cold toward Song Yan. He wasn't about to tie his fate to Song Yan's anymore. He decided to choose a different path. Over the next few days, Xie Lin stopped obsessively texting Song Yan, stopped jumping whenever Song Yan called. He didn't even want to say another word to Song Yan. Since Xie Lin died of a terminal illness in his past life, this time around, he decided to study hard. Get into a top medical school. He decided to save himself. 2 uneventful days passed like this. On the 3rd evening, as Xie Lin left class, he saw not far off Song Yan whistling cockily at him. Xie Lin was a little surprised he'd shown up, but not that surprised. Song Yan walked up, threw an arm around Xie Lin. Xie Lin, it's been almost a month. You're not even gonna give me a hug. Before Song Yan could lean in, Xie Lin pushed him away. Rationally, he decided to go separate ways from Song Yan, but physically, he still couldn't resist the effortless charm Song Yan gave off. Song Yan froze. He suddenly got angry and embarrassed. He backed Xie Lin against the wall. He demanded to know what Xie Lin's problem was. He'd come all this way to see him, and Xie Lin was giving him attitude. Song Yan's outburst drew stares from students around them. Xie Lin hadn't expected Song Yan to react so strongly. After a moment, he came up with an excuse. You're too loud. This is a school. Song Yan narrowed his eyes in disbelief, looked at Xie Lin up and down. Don't tell me you're serious about that medical school thing. Xie Lin looked at him seriously. Do I look like I'm joking? Song Yan laughed. Well, that I'm such a good friend. Give me some credit expression. Tingy, alright? You wanna be a top student? I got your back. You're taking classes here. I'll stick with you. Xie Lin was about to say something, but Zhou Shuo's appearance cut him off. Zhou Shuo came back with 2 iced coffees. He handed one to Song Yan, was about to hand one to Xie Lin. Song Yan loved this kind of coffee. He popped the lid, tilted his head back and took a big gulp. Xie Lin looked at the coffee, didn't take it, just glanced at it coolly. Get him orange juice from now on. Plain. Zhou Shuo, hearing this. You love iced coffee. Xie Lin's tongue was flat. You're the one who loves it. I just went along with your taste. Song Yan didn't think much of it. Threw an arm around Zhou Shuo, steered them both back to the hotel. The boy confessed on April Fool's Day. So his childhood friend always thought it was a joke. But he didn't know the boy's confession was real. Reborn. Facing the person who'd broken his heart for a lifetime, the boy just wanted to stay far away. But his childhood friend noticed the distance. Instead of backing off, he got even more persistent. Not only did he offer to be his personal bodyguard, he even wanted to share a room. Before Xie Lin could come up with an excuse, Song Yan wrapped his arm around his neck, forced him toward the elevator. Xie Lin wasn't as tall as Song Yan, wasn't as strong either. He couldn't break free from his grip. He turned and shot Zhou Shuo a look. But Zhou Shuo misread him. He thought Xia Lin was telling him not to be a third wheel, so he took Song Yan's keycard, got into a different elevator, looking all pitiful. Xia Lin wanted to cry. This bodyguard was useless. Inside the room, Song Yan claimed the bed by the window, flopped down flat on his back. Song Yan lay there, head tilted, looking at Xia Lin with puppy. Xia Lin, do you really not love me anymore? So he shot back deadpan. When did I ever love you? Song Yan's expression was bland. I remember back in middle school, you held my hand and said you liked me, wanted to be with me forever. Xia Lin's heart skipped a beat. That was the first time he'd worked up the courage to confess to Song Yan. That idiot Song Yan had treated it like, in his past, all those years he and Song Yan were inseparable. Song Yan never brought it up again. He thought Song Yan had forgotten. Turns out this time around, Song Yan remembered. Song Yan saw Xia Lin suddenly go quiet, sat up, staring at him in disbelief. No way, Xia Lin. You don't even remember what you said. Xia Lin took the out. Who remembers what they said in middle school? You sure it was me, and not some girl in class? Song Yan suddenly leaned in close to Xia Lin. No way I got it wrong. Your cheeks were all flushed. You were so cute. If it hadn't been April Fool's Day, I might have actually fallen for it. Xia Lin froze. He cursed himself for picking such a terrible day to confess. Served him right for being taken as a joke. Song Yan saw Xia Lin wasn't talking, figured he wasn't interested in the topic. So he got up and walked over to the box of souvenirs, opened it up, muttering, "Ungrateful jerk. I bought all this stuff to make you happy, and you're treating me like dirt." Xia Lin was a softie. Couldn't bring himself to keep embarrassing. What'd you get? Song Yan, seeing he was finally interested in the gifts, got all excited, pulled everything out of the box one by one. Stuff to play with too. Some of it you could buy locally, just not as common. Xia Lin half-heartedly poked through the pile of gifts. Suddenly he spotted tucked in the corner of the box a small box with familiar packaging. He grabbed the box and looked closer. Song Yan reacted like he'd been shocked, snatched the box right back. Xia Lin's expression darkened. 再见. I swear I haven't used these yet. Look, the package isn't even open. It's not what you think. Xia Lin believed him, that he remembered in his past life, before Song Yan met his true love Yu Luotang, he'd been a pretty innocent straight guy. But Song Yan hesitated, then told the truth. In a month, I turn 18. Wanted to give myself a memorable, coming-of-age gift. Xia Lin paused, felt like laughing. Your idea of a coming-of-age gift is losing your virginity. What are you laughing at? You're turning 18 in a few months too. Don't tell me you haven't thought about it. Xia Lin's smile faded. I really haven't. In his past life, he'd given his first time to Song Yan. Not this time. If he could successfully untangle his life from the swamp that was Song Yan, love could wait. Whatever happens, happens. Even staying single his whole life was fine. Knowing the person he loved was about to meet his soulmate, happy, he didn't try to stop it. He even genuinely hoped that this time around, the person he loved could find happiness with his true love sooner. Xia Lin turned him down flat. In his past life, Xia Lin forced himself to love everything Song Yan was into. But honestly, he wasn't really into rock music. Song Yan never expected Xia Lin to refuse so bluntly. He was so mad he couldn't even get a word out. In his past life, Xia Lin and Song Yan met Yu Luotang at that concert. The guy was sitting right next to them. That's when their messy three-way drama kicked off. This time around, he couldn't stop those two from meeting. But at least he could change his own path. Don't interfere. Don't get involved. That was his basic approach to Song Yan and Yu Luotang's relationship this time. He knew that after this concert, Song Yan wouldn't cling to him like he does now, because Yu Luotang would take his place in Song Yan's heart. On the third night, right before bed, Xia Lin suddenly got a text from Song Yan. There was a blurry photo attached. The lighting was terrible, but Xia Lin recognized it immediately. It was a sneak shot of Yu Luotang's profile. He glanced at it once, then quietly deleted the photo. A moment later, Song Yan called. He asked Xia Lin if he saw the photo he just sent. Song Yan's voice was buzzing with excitement. How about it? Isn't he gorgeous? Especially when he smiles. His eyes curve like little crescents. And those two little fangs, don't even get me started on how cute they are. Xia Lin clearly remembered that in his past life, Song Yan described Yu Luotang the exact same way when they first met. Song Yan didn't notice Xia Lin's coldness. He just kept rambling on. I was gonna confess to him right after the concert ended. But can you believe it? Someone that cute is actually a guy. My heart just shattered. That makes no sense. Song Yan was already talking nonsense. Xia Lin flipped through his book, listened to him finish, and just hummed in response. Song Yan finally picked up on Xia Lin's coldness. Xia Lin, are you in a bad mood? I know you really wanted to see this concert too, right? But who told you to set your heart on being a top student? Feeling pretty bummed right now. Xia Lin thought to himself that wasn't why he felt down. Then he thought again. Wait, he wasn't even feeling down. He wasn't gonna feel down over Song Yan and Yu Luotang. When Song Yan finished talking, Xia Lin just said flatly, if there's nothing else, I'm hanging up. Xia Lin's coldness finally cooled down Song Yan's adrenaline rush. Xiaolin, do you think I'm being annoying? Xiaolin closed his eyes. His voice was tired. No, I'm just exhausted. I've been doing practice tests all night. My brain's fried. The little bit of annoyance Song Yan felt vanished instantly. There's still half a year left. Why push yourself so hard now? Frying too many brain cells will shorten your life. You need to rest. It was rare to hear Song Yan nagging like this. Xiaolin was a bit surprised. He imagined what expression the boy on the other end might have. And his mouth curved up a little, but soon he realized his resolve was weakening again. After seeing the person he loved fall for someone else at first sight, the boy knew it was time to let go. You can't fight fate. On the first day of school, Song Yan rode his bike over to Xiaolin's place. All pumped up, he wanted to go to school with Xiaolin, but the second he got there, he was told Xiaolin had already left early. When Song Yan heard the news, he huffed all the way to school. He walked into the classroom and tossed his backpack right onto Xiaolin's desk. He demanded to know what that was about. Why didn't Xiaolin wait for him this morning? Xiaolin picked up the vocabulary book from his desk. I need to wake up half an hour early every day to memorize 50 words. If I wait for you, I can't finish. Unless you're willing to get up early with me. Song Yan thought about waking up half an hour early in the dead of winter. No way. So his tone softened. Next time something like this comes up, don't just send a text. At least call me. Xiaolin looked indifferent. Since our schedules don't match, there's no point forcing it. I want to get into college. I need you not to mess up my schedule. Xiaolin figured saying that much would make Song Yan keep his distance. But he didn't expect Song Yan to suddenly slam his hand on the desk. He decided from now on, he'd leave half an hour early too, and he told Xiaolin he'd better wait for him. Xiaolin was stunned after hearing that. But there was nothing he could do. Before class started, the homeroom teacher walked into the classroom with a pretty boy. He introduced the student who just transferred in this semester. Yu Luotong smiled with his eyes curving, greeting everyone. When Song Yan saw him step up to the podium to introduce himself, he froze for a second. Then he started frantically tapping Xiaolin's shoulder. Xiaolin, look, it's him. The guy from the concert. That's him. Song Yan kept waving at Yu Luotong, but he never managed to catch his attention. At that moment, Xiaolin knew it was time to let go. You can't fight fate. When class let out, Song Yan bounced right over to chat up Yu Luotong. They were too far away. Xiaolin couldn't hear what they were saying, but he could guess. Xiaolin thought enviously that Yu Luotong and Song Yan were actually perfect for each other. Sure, there was a wealth gap between them, but when it came to hobbies, they were equals. The two of them could talk forever, just standing together. Not like him. He had to hide his true self and bend over backwards to match Song Yan, just to fake the illusion that they could talk about anything. Pathetic how he couldn't see through that illusion in his past life even till the end, clinging to his obsession with Song Yan, then blaming him for being heartless. Thinking about it, Xiaolin slowly covered his eyes. A moment later, Song Yan's excited voice reached Xiaolin's ears. He yanked Xiaolin back from his thoughts into reality. As Xiaolin looked up and saw, Song Yan was already standing by his seat. Behind him stood Yu Luotong, looking curious. The moment Song Yan saw Xiaolin lift his face, he froze. What's wrong? Why are your eyes so red? Xiaolin rubbed his eyes, forcing down the stinging tears. I probably stayed up too late last night. My eyes feel off. Song Yan sighed. I've told you so many times. Don't push yourself so hard. If you ruin your eyes, what are you gonna do? After saying that to Xiaolin, Song Yan remembered Yu Luotong was there. He turned to introduce Xiaolin to Yu Luotong. Yu Luotong smiled at Xiaolin, showing his cute little fangs. Xiaolin, I've been really curious about you. Xiaolin was confused. This should be the first time he and Yu Luotong met in this life, right? Yu Luotong continued. At the concert last time, Song Yan was sitting right next to me. He seemed kind of down. He said his best friend didn't come. It killed his whole mood for the concert. Song Yan chimed in. I even bought him a ticket and he didn't go. Really hurt my feelings. Seeing these two tag team him, Xiaolin didn't know whether to laugh or cry. In his past life, he stuck by Song Yan through everything, but Song Yan never gave him a second look. Now he just skipped one concert, and he became the main topic between Song Yan and Yu Luotong. Kind of ironic when you think about living again. The boy didn't want anything to do with his childhood friend, but when he saw fate about to repeat itself like last time, he couldn't just stand by. He decided to help his friend avoid disaster, then cut ties for good. At lunch in the cafeteria, Song Yan kept looking around distractedly. Xiaolin knew he was looking for Yu Luotong, so he raised his chin without expression. He's over there. Song Yan turned to look where Xiaolin pointed. A few yards away, Yu Luotong was holding his tray, looking lost in the crowd, searching for an empty seat. So he waved at Yu Luotong. Luotong, over here. You here. Yu Luotong's face immediately lit up as he came over. Xiaolin looked up and gave him a polite smile, but said nothing. He and Yu Luotong were basically rivals. Better to keep some distance. Song Yan looked at Yu Luotong's tray and made a big deal out of it. Luotong, why are you eating so little? And it's all vegetables. Yu Luotong looked a bit embarrassed. Did you spend all your work money on concert tickets? So you're short on living expense? As soon as he finished talking, Song Yan pulled out his meal card. He told Yu Luotong to use it freely, buy whatever he wanted. Yu Luotong quickly waved his hands. Then he suddenly started singing a line from E.T.'s hit song softly. Song Yan got what Yu Luotang meant and didn't push it. After class that afternoon, Song Yan saw Yu Luotang chasing after the homeroom teacher, begging for something. He got hit. So after the teacher left, Song Yan walked over and asked Yu Luotang what was going on. Yu Luotang complained with a long face. This school is way too strict. I asked the teacher if I could skip evening study hall, but he flat out refused. Said my parents had to write an excuse note and deliver it in person. But my mom's gone, and my dad doesn't care about me. They're not gonna make a special trip to school for this. Song Yan was confused. He asked Yu Luotang what he planned to do if he skipped evening study hall. Yu Luotang looked around, then leaned close to Song Yan's ear and whispered something. Song Yan's face showed a complicated expression. Song Yan was shocked and felt bad for Yu Luotang. From what little he said, you could tell his upbringing was way more complicated than most kids his age, but Yu Luotang acted like it was no big deal. So he didn't dare show too much sympathy. He didn't want to hurt his pride. Shalin didn't hear what they said, but he knew Yu Luotang was asking to skip evening study hall so he could work at a bar. He wanted to cut ties with Song Yan completely. But when he knew what kind of disaster Song Yan would face, he couldn't just stand by. In his past life, Yu Luotang worked as a server at a bar. He turned down a customer's advances and got beat up for it. When Song Yan found out, he went to confront the guy. Things got heated, and Song Yan, hot-headed as he was, sent the guy to the hospital. The school gave Song Yan probation. In the end, the Song family pulled strings and got his record changed. Because of that, the Song family hated Yu Luotang and tried everything to keep them apart. Eventually, they forced Yu Luotang to leave town. If Yu Luotang went to the bar tonight, history would repeat itself. Song Yan would get disciplined by the school again because of Yu Luotang. Finally, Xie Lin made up his mind. He told himself he'd only help this one time. As long as Song Yan graduated smoothly, he and Song Yan would have nothing to do with each other anymore. Song Yan watched Yu Luotang sneak out of the school gate and muttered, Xie Lin, I've got a bad feeling about this. Xia Lin patted his shoulder. If you're worried, then let's go check it out. Song Yan was surprised to hear him say that. He'd seen how cold